Welcome to issue 3 of Motovision, and today we start with the 125s in Austria, where Chiodi and Puzar are locked in battle. From there we move across to France, where Sebastian Tortelli is still playing catch-up to Stefan Everts, the current reigning world champion. Then we move across to Italy for the 125s and take a closer look at what Federici's up to, and then finally back to the line for the 250 GP from Czechoslovakia. From there we go across the water and we'll pick up with some absolutely sensational indoor supercross from the USA and the Outdoor National Series. This is all coming up in this issue of Motovision, the video magazine. Welcome to round 4 of the 125 World GP Series. We move to Schwanenstadt in Austria. A great day's racing ahead in the sunshine, but before the racing we spoke to a dejected Bob Moore about his injuries.
Well, I'm gonna give it one more chance. I have now the doctors was coming from Italy, and we're gonna make some injections for the pain and to see if I can ride. I'll ride the second practice. I already tried the first practice and it was not good. So it's kind of strange. It's all the muscles on the top of my arm from the stress of the break is what the problem is. It's not so much the bone that is hurting me, it's all the muscles that I don't have any strength. So yeah, it's really disappointing because I just come up to form and I win a Grand Prix and now I have to start from zero again. So no, I'm still in good spirits. I hope everything goes well for this injection and so I can ride this race and get some points.
Well, with the medical repairs done, it was Bob Moore down to the start area for him to go out and practice and see what he can do. But after a couple of laps that wasn't to be, Bob Moore signalled that it was time for him to pack and head home, as it was for Paul Malin. Paul went out and practiced, terrible back injury. It was time for him to pack up and head for the airport as well. Not a good start to the season for Paul Malin, and a very dejected Paul will leave the trackside. Looking a lot more positive, Mr. Puzar, he's down to the line and they know two of the favourites have gone home. They're on the line preparing everything. Quick last look at the circuit and it will be time for the 15-second board to go up and the commencement of Heat 1. Eyes down, look in. This is where the adrenaline starts to move. All the twitching, the bobbing and the weaving. The gate will drop. Away they go. Pushing, they haven't given in. They've got a right-hander. They've got very, very slippery grass there. They've got up the hill, full bike through the first turn. After that, we don't know. The man that comes out first on the Kawasaki. De Pasquier has gone to the front. Alessandro Puzar has gone to second. The man that will certainly chase them all the way around the circuit is Chiodi. He's gone into third already. But it's the Kawasaki in front of the Yamaha. The rider has gone down. Can he get bogged down with that as well? Can he got caught up in that? He got going very, very quickly indeed though. Still De Pasquier on the Kawasaki up front. He has then got Puzar behind him. He's on the CM. And then Federici on the Hangtown. Of course, the big flying Yamaha and Chiodi will want to get in there as well. Yamaha has been really incredibly dominant in 125 this year, as have all the top three Italian riders. They've really been very, very impressive. But right now, they've got De Pasquier doing a great job for Kawasaki. But he's going to have his work cut out today. Look at this magnificent country setting. Through the trees they come. So Puzar has gone to the front. De Pasquier goes back to second, but that's the man that they all fear. Chiodi on the Yamaha, number 121. Incredibly smooth rider. He will now pick up the chase on Alessandro Puzar. Chiodi now on his way. He's on a mission. He's going to get a move on. Federici now. He's got pressure. And there's 72. Jamie Job comes into the picture. Isn't that good for Suzuki? Very, very strong and a very popular rider. Jamie Job doing a good job in flying the flag for Suzuki worldwide. Puzar quite capable of riding with the best in the world. Chiodi on the Yamaha. The Italians have just been unbeatable on 1 through 5. They've done some great ride between the three of them. Jamie Dobb now quite happy to mix with the best that there are. So Dobb gets up onto the tail of Pasquia, so he's mixing it in very, very heavy company there as well. But it's all Puzar. Behind him now is Chiodi. Through the trees they come yet again. Puzar swings to the right, Chiodi getting closer and closer. Chiodi's pit crew telling him exactly where he is and what he's got to do. He had very, very professional management. Federici there on the hub corner. He's had himself a good race, but look at Jamie Dobb. Jamie Dobb passes to Pasquia and he's got a job of work to do. But the way I see it is that Chiodi has gone to the front. Puzar has gone missing for the moment. So Chiodi is number 1 on the leaderboard at the moment. We'll pick up and see what they do. Jamie Dobb getting better and better. What a great day, and he could finish up on the podium. Chiodi's now got it well under control with Jorgensen. He's having a very, very strong ride. Jorgensen moving up through the pack slowly. Right down in the valley we can pick up on Puzar. Puzar coming through slowly, puts his hand in the air, allows Federici to go through. So we know that Puzar has definitely got a problem of sorts. Federici has now gone ahead of him. But of course Chiodi, the man, is palming his way through. Up the hill he goes yet again. All the advice in the world, but he knows what to do. Federici now back on the gas. There Puzar, whatever was wrong, he seems to have it well under control. Now starting to chase again, but Chiodi is well away. That's the checker flag. Puts it on the back wheel. Italian victory, Yamaha victory. A great ride for Chiodi. So overall it's going to be Chiodi to take the win, Puzar to second, Federici to third, but what a great ride for Britain's Jamie Dobb. No time to explain what happened in the first heat. Back to the second heat. Whole shot yet again. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? Can Vial get clear this time? They certainly boxed him in the first race. Where's the Pasquia? Where's Puzar? Where's Federici? Well, I'll tell you exactly where Puzar is. He's right in the front of the pack. So Puzar has gone to the front very, very quickly. But this time he's got Bellametti up there with him as well. He's got all different riders. But at the moment it's Puzar, then it's Chiodi, then it's Vial. Then it's the youngster from the UK, that's Jamie Dobb on the Suzuki. So this is a completely different race to heat number 1. They've got all sorts of work to do. Number 21, that's Coleman on the Canfining Honda. He really is riding his heart out this year under the guidance of Dave Thorpe. Only a young rider, and he's got a lot of pressure riding on his shoulders. Fox Hill's not too far away, but at the moment Jamie Dobb flying the flag for Suzuki and doing a very creditable job. Jorgensen's in there as well. That's his teammate, that's Coleman, the Canfining rider. Back to the race leader, Alessandro Puzar. Can he do anything wrong today? Started off well, he's got Chiodi now chasing him very, very hard. Then Vial looking much, much better. Vial, one of the riders, quite capable of winning the championship. Still in the 4th place is Jamie Dobb. Back to Alessandro Puzar, putting a foot wrong. Riding very, very smoothly indeed. They know it's a long, long season. They've got a lot of work to do. Vial, when he's on form, goes very, very quickly, but he's had a couple of off days already. And Jamie Dobb must know if he can move up a position, he can be on that podium. And that certainly will get his confidence very, very, very high indeed. Number 11, teammate to this man, Coleman. Jorgensen just ahead of him at the present time. Coleman prepared to mix with the best, 18 years of age, riding in GPs. That's a very, very big order. Put them up front. Puzar and Chiodi together. Puzar on the TM, Chiodi on the Yamaha. Some very, very fancy equipment here. Very, very well prepared riders. That's Vial on the gas. Certainly in this week is looking very, very promising indeed. Number 25, that's the Husqvarna of Federici. On a good day, he'll certainly mix it with the best. Then we can see Bellamini's in there as well. De Pasquia, who started off so well on the Kawasaki in the first heat today. He's fallen a little way back and the flags come out. All the supporters give all the advice that you've got to ride that animal. And Puzar's doing a great job at the moment. His pits will be telling him, don't relax. You've got Chiodi right behind you and closing. You've got Vial. That's heavy company to have behind you. Where's the Suzuki of Jamie Dobb? Where is Jamie Dobb? I see the Husqvarna. There's Jamie Dobb, who's still there, back to about 6th position at the moment. Into the left-hand corner again, they're back into the back markers already. Puzar knows he's got to work through these. Look at the way he gets his weight right over the back mud guard. 1-2-1 Chiodi working through the back markers as well. Mighty experienced riders beyond on the chart, but I think he might have left it too late. Vial is being urged on by his pits, but I don't think he's got the time. He certainly put in a very, very creditable race. Jamie Dobb not that far from Vial, so it shows that he's certainly on the pace. A bit more cornflakes and a bit more practicing, and he's certainly going to split the leaders up. The Pasquia back into our train yet again. But they can sense that the checkered flag is not that far away. Puzar has just done everything right. Jorgensen, he wants to get up there with them, but it's not going to be, not in this heat today. Then we pick up on riders 18 and number 4. Who's next to come through? That's the French rider, Stillman, the youngster that rode in the American Supercross series last year and did so well. The one lap board is out, and certainly Puzar must know that the checkered flag is just around the corner. He's done enough. He's been chased home by Chiodi on the Yamaha, but it looks as if TM are going to pick up a victory in heat number 2 today. The hand is up, he knows it's there, he's done enough, up onto the back wheel. The fans are delighted. The Italians have had another great day in 125 racing. So the winner is going to be Puzar, second is going to be Chiodi, and third man is going to be Vial. So to the podium it is for Alessandro Puzar and 3 very, very happy Italian riders. A great day's racing in Austria. And a farewell to Bob Moore, who wasn't able to ride, but he was able to drive away in his brand new BMW 540. And so from Austria, we go across to round 5, the 250 GP series at Brou in France. And whilst the autograph session takes place, the mini riders are down to the line, and these are the 80cc riders. They are brought up from the French racing, and down to the line, number 1 in your picture, that is Steve Boniface, the sensational young son of ex-GP racer Patrick Boniface. They have a system in France of bringing young riders up through the field, and this is the Sebastian Tortelli of the future. Have a look at the determination when he gets onto the straight line and runs for the flag. He almost gets off the back of the motorcycle, but what's the checkered flag? Have a look at this. Frankie Dettori, eat your heart out. That is the youngster Steve Boniface, the sensation of France in juniors, doing it all right, and that's the maestro himself. Sebastian Tortelli, whilst we were on the line, we spoke to Mark Eastwood.
Good speed all season, Mark, but last week the result really became reality.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, in Italy, I made 2 good starts. It's what I needed, and you know, the results came with it. I mean, it could have been the same at a lot of the others, but I never got out the start, and I never really had the perfect race. But in Italy, everything worked out, and it was what I was looking for, and now I'm hoping I can continue that form, you know.
And what have you set your sights on today?
Well, really, you know, really I would like to get 2 top 10s again, and you know, stay in the top 15 in the World Championship so I can get away to the long trips to South America. But I mean, you know, the main thing I've set my sights on right at this moment is just getting around that first corner in the first, you know, 3 or 4. I mean, because if you do that, then the job's so much easier.
Big crash last week in practice, Paul. Still struggling with this injury, I believe?
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem at the moment. I mean, it's not too bad. Once I start racing, I've taken a painkiller and and then when the concentration takes over, it's not so bad. It's just really difficult between the sessions and in practice and whatever. It's really difficult to motivate myself to actually ride around because I don't really want to be holding onto the bar and stuff. But I'm going to just make the best, make the most of a bad situation and score as many points as I can.
Thanks, Paul Cooper.
No problem.
Well, that's Sebastian Tortelli. He's down on the line. They're just about ready for heat number 1. Who's going to get the all-important hole shot? Tortelli's bike prepared by Jan de Groot, the JHK Kawasaki. Incredibly fast out of the gate. The wizard of tuning, Jan de Groot. The man from Holland that has prepared so many GP bikes. But who's it going to be? Herring has gone down. Rob Herring hits the floor and he goes down. Who's going to get the hole shot? Let's have a look and see who comes round first. We're waiting for them now. Never mind Jan de Groot. What about Carly Presswood? He's prepared for Paul Cooper Kawasaki. Paul Cooper has got the whole shot. Evans is down to 3rd or 4th. Well, what a great start for the long-legged South African. Paul Cooper has gone to the front with a sensational whole shot in France. For Tortelli, of course, a lot of pressure on your home Grand Prix. Carlson is up there. Look where Mark Eastwood is. That's so good to see. Evans is behind Eastwood, and Eastwood will want to keep it that way. There's Tortelli. So Tortelli now on the charge. He's got some work to do. Paul Cooper is in front, and that's a very, very handy place to be. If you can just get clear of the pack, it means that you can ride at your rhythm. You don't have to be pressurized. Look at the crowd at the French Grand Prix. They've all come to see one man. That's the Tortelli man. He's a sensation in France, and quite rightly he should be. He's not up front at the moment. He's going to have to put on a big charge in front of his home crowd, and that's pressure for you. That's Mike Brown from the USA. Now let's have a pick up and see just exactly where everybody is. Cooper's still up front at the moment. Everett's still behind him. But it would appear that Cooper has gone missing. Jockey Carlson on the RWJ Silkeline Honda has gone to the front. Cooper has gone to second. Guess who's in third? Do we have to tell you? It's the world champion, Stefan Everts, yet again. What a job of work he does for Honda. Then it's Bolly, then it's Tortelli, and the crowd are going to start waving the tricolors. They know that that's the man they've come to see. Jockey Carlson, the man that rode with Robbie Herring last year, does a great job for Colin Reid. Paul Cooper now, he's got a couple of places to pick up. He's riding with an already injured shoulder, and he's going to start to have to nurse that shoulder just a little. There's Mark Eastwood, the man that is so greatly improved. His starts have become sensational this year, and that's certainly giving him the impetus that he needs to run with the best in the world. You can hear the crowd. You don't have to be told where Sebastian is. JHK, Oxbow, Kawasaki mounted, the little man Tortelli. He's got Eastwood now behind him. Marnie Bafoot starting to turn up the wick as well. Where's our race leader? We're looking for Jockey Carlson. Mike Brown getting too much squirt. Stefan Everts has gone to the front. Everts rode last year with Jockey Carlson in the same team. This year, Everts has decided to go alone. Tortelli has gone through to third. So it's now Everts up front. Jockey Carlson in second. In third spot at this stage is the flying little Frenchman. Tortelli's there. His teammate is not far behind him. Then it's Mark Eastwood. Well, the pit signals are thick and fast, but it's all over. It's all over. Stefan Everts has won heat number 1. Jockey Carlson will go to second. And incredibly close, Sebastian Tortelli. And so from the podium, back down to the gate, Justin Morris just having a look to see where he can get himself a good line. Jackie Vimond, the man that did so well in motocross for France, manager now to Sebastian Tortelli. Last bit of advice, Stefan Everts. It's a bit of a bugger when you've got to make your own line. The world champion, number 1 on the HRC Honda. The crowd are ready. They want heat number 2. The board is up. The board will turn. The gate will go down. Who's it going to be? They come screaming towards us. It's extremely difficult to tell. It's certainly not Everts. It looked like Brown going, oh, Marty Bafutz has gone down. The Suzuki has gone down on the outside of the first turn. Now we're going to have to wait and see if our camera can pick up who got the whole shot. There it is. That's what they've all come to see. Number 24, Kawasaki mounted, Sebastian Tortelli, 125 reigning world champion. Britain's hope, Mark Eastwood, having a great ride in second place. Stefan Evans, the reigning 250 world champion, on the Honda in the third spot. Then we'll have a look. It looks as if there's a KTM up in the fourth already. We wait until they come over the hill. It's Tortelli. The French are certainly now up and ready for this lot. That's what they want. Mark Eastwood, it's great to see him riding in this sort of style. When you've got the world champion behind you, that will certainly give you the adrenaline to keep the cable wide open. But they are charging all the way through the field. Eastwood is going to have unbelievable pressure. Johnny Carlton having a good ride. And then the KTM of Kistworth. Nice to see the KTMs challenging the four dominant Japanese. Then number 75, that's Mike Brown. The rider has been so well equipped here at the beginning of the season. He has been certainly put in a couple of very, very good rides indeed. The crowd urging him on. They want Tortelli. They want this youngster to win so badly. He wants to be on the podium for them, but a lot of pressure when it's your home Grand Prix. Ask Paul Maiden about that sort of pressure. He'll tell you what happens. There's the world champion. That's Evans. He's going to start putting in a charge as well. Mark Eastwood has now got a rear view mirror full of Stefan Evans. The big number one plate looming. Then it's Frederick Bolly. Frederick Bolly's got the pressure as well. Well, we certainly got the race coming. France, a little bit of dust starting to come up from the circuit at the moment. The track has been very, very well prepared. Some good racing. A great crowd has turned up to see the 250 GP. Marnie Bafutz crashed on the first turn, but he's back. Sebastian Tortelli. What more can we say? Number 24, still doing it right. All the support in the world. But he knows he's going to be crucified if he makes a mistake today. Evans now, all of a sudden, has got a little bit of space. Evans is going to start putting in a charge. Evans, of course, is super, super smooth. He's been at it a long time. 24 or 25 GP victories under his belt. So he certainly won't buckle under the pressure. Bolly coming through. Then it's Carlson. RWJ Silkeline Honda. Immaculate preparation from the Colin Reed team. As always, very, very professional. They still cheer him on. Look at the waves from the crowd. How do you handle this sort of pressure at 18 years of age? They know that maybe he's done enough. Sebastian Tortelli has taken it. Heat number 2. The Frenchman has won. Evans is going to get second spot. And in third position, Frederick Bolly, teammate to Sebastian Tortelli. So onto the podium, the hero for the day, Sebastian Tortelli. But the winner overall for the day, Stefan Everts.
A very important GP to win, Stefan Everts.
Yeah, it was a very important GP, especially for the French crowd, and I beat Tortelli in the overall, and it feels good, you know, having the number one plate and be on the top. Hopefully I can continue a few years like that.
We are seeing you ride better than ever, I believe. He's getting the best out of you. You're really up for it.
Well, I think it's got something to do with the last 2 years. Winning the championship gives you a lot of confidence and also a lot of experience, and I think that's something to do with that.
It's been said many times of Mark Eastwood, with a good hole shot and a good start, he can run with the top 5 in the world, and so it was today.
All right, Bolly stole the podium place from you, but a cracking day nevertheless.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. It's my best ever GP finish. Both motos, 4th and 5th. I mean, now I've just got to keep doing it. There's no reason why I can't. If I can keep getting out the start, then there's no reason why I can't keep doing it. So we'll just have to wait and see.
And you don't look uncomfortable there. I mean, some would say sometimes riders look uncomfortable, look on the ragged edge, but you're not on that edge. And for 40 minutes, there was only a few hundred yards between you and Tortelli and Everts.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Tortelli pulled out a gap, and and so did Stefan on me. But then, for I'd say about 25 minutes of the race, I mean, all three of us sat more or less the same, and Bolle was the same as well. And you know, I mean, I don't know how hard Tortelli was trying, whether he was just trying to keep his same gap with Stefan, and whether Stefan was thinking I've got the overall and trying to keep the same gap with me, you know. But whatever, it's still good to ride like for nearly 40 minutes at their sort of speed, you know. And you know, it's the first time it's ever happened, so I just got to keep it under control and do it again next time.
Round 5 of the 125 GP season moves to Maggiore in Italy, and that's the man that they all have to beat today, Mr. Chiodi. Down on the line, Alessandro Pizzar has a look. Federici is all ready for the day, and Chiodi says, I'll go right here at the end. I'll sweep right the way round the whole start line, and I'll get through the first corner first. Well, that's his theory. The Frenchman Villeneuve might well have different ideas. Let's have a look. In fact, Chiodi is right on the inside of the corner, so can he get the whole shot from that position? It certainly is the shortest distance. You can see the yellow shirt going away. I think Chiodi has done enough. We'll have a look. Pizzar is there, Chiodi is with him, Hillman is there. Oh, there's a mixture of riders. Camarillo is up there as well. Carl Nunn, a fair way back already. So they've got a lot of work to do. Where's number 72? There's Jamie Doll on the Suzuki. Who else is missing? Just looking at these two. Oh, Dial with another disastrous start. Dial is a long way down the pack. But let's have a look who's up front. Well, flying as always, number 25, Federici on the Husqvarna. There's a wonderful job of work there. The Cypress has gone for second. Then 4 and 18. Those are the two riders behind him, but the Husqvarna looking better and better. Federici certainly does. Some very, very strong riding on this machine. Pizzar and Chiodi racing. Chiodi always there when the flag goes down. Very, very consistent rider. But certainly Federici has got the legs at the moment. He's up front. He can ride in his rhythm. He can set the pace. But with Chiodi charging, you just never know what to expect. Very, very professional team. Management, pit crew, supporters. They'll be able to tell him exactly where he is. Where he is. This is Grand Prix stuff. No messing around here. They are the best in the world. Chiodi and Pizzar, they are going to be tied together right through the season, I'm sure. The 125 racing has just got better and better. They talk about the 250s as the premier class, but the 125 is so close, and just a small mistake, and the whole championship can shift in another direction. So Chiodi and Pizzar, the men that have made the running, the other man to catch, Carl Nunn, he has started off with a very, very good year, running for Cat Filling under the watchful eye of ex-world champion David Thorpe. Now Fial starting to work his way through the field, but he's left it very, very late again. Normally the trio of the Italians can just go away from the rest of them, but Fial starts to be letting him down. He's been getting boxed in regularly, and that's not good enough in a GP. The points are so valuable, but at the end of the season, 12 or 13 events, a couple of points, that's what can let you down. So you've got to bank them every single weekend, and banking the points yet again today on the Yamaha. He certainly does a wonderful job for them on the Rinaldi machine. That's Chiodi, number 121. But the man with the checkered flag is Federici on the Husqvarna, and certainly an elated pit crew. Nice to see Husky with the checkered flag yet again. Chiodi comes through. He's done a great job of work, as has Pizzar. So a quick well done to Federici. Pat on the back of the helmet. Get your bike and back to the line. We know that the right-hand side of your screen is the quickest line in the first corner. Who's going to get there? Can Pizzar get there? He's there. 83. Rider, Baderman there, looking excellent. Well, Bardellini's there as well. That's going to mix up things. Chiodi's up there as well, but he's not in front. He's not in front, number 5. That's Fenton. He's starting to work his way through. So a completely different start this time. Altogether different. Federici's got to do it all over again. He certainly had a sensational first heat. There he is, but he's not in front. So Federici. Oh! What has he done? Into the cheap seats goes Federici. Throws it down the mountainside. Tries to remount. And let's have a look at Federici, the disco dancer, in slow motion. And so back to the front, Kuzar still doing what he knows best. He's being chased by Chiodo still. Then number 63, that's the man, Baderman from the USA. Kuzar knows that he's got plenty of pressure now. Chiodo and Kuzar. 9 Kamalenga. Second that's Brian Jorgensen. And so the Italian fans know that it can be another 1-2-5 Italian victory for either Kuzar or Chiodo. Baderman has been racing a long, long time. Brian Jorgensen scored. Hanging in there. Number 5 going to work his way. That's through. That's Fenton. Then number 12 comes into the picture. That's Massio. But up front, it's still Alessandro Kuzar keeping it all together. Now by his pit signals that he's all Ganogi's got the hard charging Chiodo behind him. The fans coming right into the circuit to give their instructions. Always giving you a spectator. 40 minutes of race time. A lot of racing under Grand Prix circumstances. A lot of pressure, a lot of preparation, a lot of training. These riders are out on the road early every single day doing the legwork. Another checkered flag. He's done enough. Kuzar takes the checkered flag. Chiodo will take second. And so to the podium they will go. Number 20, that's Bardolini, and he's got himself onto the podium, and into 4th spot, Baderman. So we pack our bags once again and move to round 6 of the 250 Motocross GP, this time to Loket in the Czech Republic. We have a look at the riders coming down to the line. First to have a look, Mark Eastwood, the man that's getting his starts better and better. Robbie Herring, on a good day anything can happen, and the King. 2 kings, 125 and 250 world champions together. They don't say a word. They just grimace at each other. Frederick Bolli, teammate to Sebastian Tortelli. He says that start line is good enough to me. And Tortelli comes down to the gate on the JHK Oxbow Kawasaki. The race pace of Mark Eastwood, tremendously improved riding. He can get his start right and keep on saying it. He gets out of the gate, they ain't going to see him for a couple of laps. So eyes down, look in, who's it going to be? The all-important line. Look at this from the top. Look at the speed of Tortelli's machine. He goes through first. It looked to me like Eastwood. We had an aerial shot there. It looked to me like number 22 was in the second spot, which will soon pick up. Certainly Tortelli has gone to the front very, very quickly. At Loket, Czech Republic, Tortelli is over first. Number 24, Oxbow Kawasaki, J8K prepared. Mike Brown is certainly up there. Woods is there. Where has it just gone to? We'll have a look. He certainly came out of the gate very, very quickly indeed. I will have to pick up on some race numbers. Stefan Evans is not too far from the front, but at the moment, Sebastian Tortelli reasonably well under control. Mike Brown in the second spot by the looks of things. Then it's Stefan Evans. Then it's Marnik Befoots. But back to the front, it's the flying Kawasaki of 125 world champion, the little man from France. Marnik Befoots, he needs to get his act together as well. He's quite capable of running with the best in the world. He's just got to slot them in. Mike Brown from Tennessee. Befoots and Evans, those two are always together. Wherever Evans goes, Befoots goes with him. They had a real run-in for the whole of 1996, and Evans came out the king, and indeed the world champion for 1996 yet again. So Marnik Befoots on to Johnson Suzuki, a very, very strong rider indeed. But this is the man that got the catch today at Lockhead. Mike Brown starts off the season well with a winning boat there. Not always super consistent. Well, somebody else getting out of shape. You don't see Stefan very, very often getting out of shape. Frederick Polly, he's all got it together. Mark Eastwood now, a great start again from him. I think as the season progresses, we're going to see more and more of Mark Eastwood. His starts have certainly improved. He can run to the best. He's proved that. We saw it in the top 5 finish, and that's great to see. These good riders are right there. The Belgian Marnik Befoots. Up and over the tabletop they go. The track very, very well prepared indeed. A lot of work and a lot of preparation go into the Grand Prix circuits around the world. Mike Brown has now got Stefan Evans behind him, and directly behind Evans is, of course, the flying Marnik Befoots. Frederick Polly, teammate on the Kawasaki, teammate with Sebastian Tortelli. There is Mark Eastwood. It really is so good to see that man going well. Jockey Carlson, number 9 on the commentary. RWJ Silkeleen, immaculately prepared. Honda, one of the most professional teams in the Grand Prix series. Following the hard taskmasters with an excellent team together. And if preparation counts for anything, you don't get much better than RWJ. Excellent for the sport. It lifts the whole sport into another arena. Stefan Evans, he's now ahead of Mike Brown. Marnik Befoots needs to get past Mike Brown as well. Marnik Befoots can't afford to let Stefan Evans get too far away. So he'll need to get past him very, very quickly. What happens in a race like this is you get into a bit of a mesmerized situation. You play follow my leader, so you really don't want to do it for much more than half a lap. Otherwise you will become complacent and you start to follow the same race line with the guy in front. But there's no rider in front of this man, so he can race at his own pace. Sebastian Tortelli, when we questioned at the beginning of the year, could he run at the same level as Stefan Evans? But he certainly can. He may not have the consistency of Stefan Evans. He's got a young head, but he certainly has the turn of speed. Whether he would pull it off in year 1, I don't know. Mike Brown prepared to bang bars with Marnik Befoots. Well, two strong riders there together. Tennessee versus Belgium. Two of them side by side. That's the man who wants to get some points on the board. He's been backed in to get 2 heats strung together. He can certainly do one at a time. Then he seems to lose a little bit of concentration. But I guess if you're 18 years of age, writing an exam, a lot of pressure, a lot of sponsors want him for next year already. The Americans are talking to him. Jackie Beamon, the master, will give him all the right advice, and I'm sure he's going to stay in Europe for at least another year. Mark Eastwood now. He's a man who's got such a good start, and we really all hope that he can put it together and get back up onto the podium where he belongs. Evans now, and Befoots starting to get much, much closer. So Evans knows how much race time he's got left. He will be told exactly where Tortelli is. Tortelli has made a mistake. Evans has gone to the front. Well, they call him the king. He really is so super cool. Never gets flustered, never gets rattled, never rides over his head. But all of a sudden, a bit further down the pack, Eastwood. No, it's not Eastwood. It's Mike Brown. It's Mike Brown and Bolly by the looks of things, the two of them having themselves a bit of a run. So, Everts has gone to the front. Marnie Befoot's the man that chased him around Europe for the whole of 1996. Everts number 1, Marnie Befoot's Johnson Suzuki number 2. They are first and second at the moment. Who's going to come over the hill into third place? Well, Frederick Bolly, teammate to Tortelli, so it's another Kawasaki. Then it's Mike Brown, then it's Sebastian Tortelli. So Tortelli made a mistake, rattled his cage. Now he's going to get past Mike Brown all over again. The Stefan Evans takes the checkered flag. Into second spot will go Marnie Befoots. To see who comes through into third. That's Frederick Bolly, so a great ride to him, and then I'm sure Tortelli will get fourth position. Well, a great win for Stefan Everts. That's what racing is all about. Tortelli made a small mistake. Everts capitalised on that, and Tortelli back to the line to have a look at the gate prior to the commencement of heat number 2. Tortelli first man down to the line. Alongside him, reigning world champion on his right is Stefan Everts. To his left is the Johnson Suzuki of Marnie Befoot. Eyes down the end. The board is up. Everyone is ready. The gate will go down. And who's it going to be? You can see from the aerial shot. But what colour is the bike? That's the first thing. Looks like Tortelli's shirt. It looks like the shirt of Tortelli, but you can never tell. No, it's not. It's Mike Brown, also with a black shirt. Mike Brown, he has had some amazing ultras, but Tortelli a long way down in the pack. So Mike Brown, the Tennessee rider, goes to the front. They put the water down. Stefan Evans is in the second spot already, and even with the water down, Dustin is coming through at the head. Let's have a look and see if Everts can get to the front. He has. Everts has gone to the front. They just call him super cool. He just never rides over his head. So he has gone to the front very, very quickly indeed. Now to pick up race number 2. Not going to be as easy as it was in race number 1 or heat number 1 of the day. So we'll just have to see. But I'm quite sure Tortelli has left himself a lot of work to do in heat number 2. So Stefan Evans is well clear. Mike Brown, it appears, has gone to second. We'll pick up on race numbers for third, fourth, and fifth. Here you can see at this stage of Brown number plate. That's Marnie Befoot. You can see from the shirts. Thank goodness for that. So Marnie Befoot is up in the top 5 or 6. Whoa, just hang on to him. But a rodeo riding there. Hang on. You've got to do the leopard crawl. Get off the track mighty quickly. Because even your teammate will just T-bone you. He says, no, I've had enough. This is not the way to go. Number 1, Stefan Evans. He's got it all well under control. Mike Brown is in the second at the moment. Then it looks to me like number 7 has moved up to third spot. But you can't see. Jochen Carlson is there. Carlson and Befoot. Behind them, Frederick Bolly is still there. Tortelli is behind his teammate. They've got Mark Eastwood sandwiched in between the 2 Kawasaki's. Well, what has happened to Yves de Maria? Not looking like a happy chap. He's had a couple of mechanical failures so far this season and certainly not looking happy with bike number 4. Meanwhile, the race progresses. Bike number 7, well, that's nice to see Pit Byra back on the pace as well, riding with an injury and protecting a badly damaged thumb. Very, very popular German rider, and as we say that, is that Mike Brown? Indeed it is. Mike Brown goes down. Well, he certainly has put in some charges this year. Mr. Super Cool, Stefan Evans, the Belgian rider, Pit Byra from Germany. Go to Supercross in Europe, and the crowd all turn up and debate Evans Speed for Pit Byra. Very, very popular German rider. And then Mike Brown, number 75, leaving the gate open. And you certainly don't leave the gate open for Sebastian Tortelli. You'll need to close him out in every single corner, or Tortelli will go through like a train. Stefan Evans just seldom puts a foot wrong. Number 7, Pit Byra is now closed on him. Marnie Befoot now knowing that the race time is running away from him. He's got to get onto the pace very, very quickly. And Tortelli having a look at the back of Mike Brown. Tortelli will want to get past him. Tortelli looks inside. Brown says, you ain't coming through here, bud. So Tortelli will have to look again. Meanwhile, up front, it's all about the king, Stefan Evans, world 250 motocross champion, hoping to beat his father's tally of 24 Grand Prix victories. Pit Byron doing everything right. He's got Marty Foot's now starting to chase him. Yuki Carlson. Where is Mike Brown? There's Mike Brown. Where is Tortelli? Tortelli, has he had a lie down? Where is Sebastian? There he is. He's obviously made a mistake. Looks behind him to two teammates together. So that's Bolly and Tortelli together. Tortelli has certainly got a problem. Well, Evans hasn't got a problem, except he has to accept another trophy, another victory. Verhoeven, I think, is going to get second. And third place will go to, where is he? Number 7, that's good, Pit Byra. Who's behind Pit Byra? Yorkie Carlson's there, then it's Mike Brown, and then, without a front race, number 24, Sebastian Tortelli. And so to the podium, once again, another day, another victory for Stefan Evans.
Welcome to the Astrodome in Houston, Texas, the first dome to host a Supercross, the third venue to become part of the series back in 1974. I'm Art Ekman along with David Bailey and David Coombs, ready to bring you round number 9 of the 1997 season. We're almost set to go. The fans are on their feet now, right before us, and they're off. Who will get the whole shot now? Number 10 is Bradshaw to the outside, and the inside is Henry. Oh, it looked like a tie. Bradshaw, though, takes the lead. Henry in second. Larry Ward in third. It's Ezra Lusk in fourth with Jeremy McGrath and Jimmy Buttonette. McGrath is now in 5th spot.
Unbelievable. Bradshaw flew into that first corner. He hit that berm so hard he almost moved it. He's won here before, and he looked good in that heat race. But he's got Henry behind him. Henry was very creative in the heat race against McGrath, finding a way by. One thing we didn't mention, Michael Craig, who's won Supercrosses before. There's Dalby. Albie went down and tries to restart, finishing second in his last 2 races, as you see on the screen. I don't have to read that for you. Oh, what a battle we've got here in Houston. Damon Bradshaw, who's won 3 times. And there's Henry taking the lead. Bradshaw coming right back off the mountain. That Thor Mountain has proved to be a great place to pass. The corner going in, and if you blow it, the guy, if you pass, squares it and jumps back over the top of you. Here comes Henry again. Henry just won't give up. He is fully healed, that's for sure. McGrath has gone down. And Larry Ward coming in there, gets stuck on a hay bale. He tried to make the pass. He gets going, but he loses a couple of spots. Lusk and looks like Button went around him. Damon Bradshaw is going to challenge. Ezra Lusk in third has dropped back a little bit. Now Bradshaw, they bunch up into that corner. Bradshaw Art has got that rare ability that I've seen from Johnson, I've seen from Hanna, where you're riding a certain pace, a guy catches and passes you. Usually that's it. He just starts to pull away slowly. Bradshaw will readjust his pace, ride with more adrenaline, more determination, and come right back. They fly by a lapper who's down. Bradshaw, mistake. Lusk, bar to bar now with him. And here comes Emming. Emming now makes the pass on Bradshaw. Damon not willing to give up, though. Damon Bradshaw on the inside. Now he tried to stop and prevent Emick from squaring it and getting over the top, but Emick just planned a little bit better. So one tiny mistake for Bradshaw. He was knocking on the door of Henry. Now he sits in 4th. So it's Henry, number 20, number 11, Lusk, looks over the shoulder the wrong way as Jeff Emmig, number 3, in 3rd position. This will be interesting to see what happens in the corner. Lusk will try to stop him. Didn't work. Nice cut by Emmig in 2nd place. What an amazing ride from Emmig. I've seen him ride from the whole shot and win. I've seen him finish on the podium. Look at that. Doesn't waste any time.
Incredible. Jeff Emmig, what a performance. You know, we used to see him get out in front with hole shots, 5 in the last 8 rounds. He did not get the hole shot today. He's showing some real character and class right now. With Jeremy Albrecht, Emig's mechanic is Davey Combs.
Actually, I was down here with Jeremy, but there's so much commotion going on down here, we lost him. But one thing I want to tell you guys, Jeremy McGrath had a run-in with either Larry Ward or Jimmy Button over there. His left sleeve is rolled up. It looks like his clutch lever might be bent, but the kid's charging. He looks like he's on it. Keep it on him.
Look at that, Jeremy McGrath.
There you can see his shirt sleeve as he reaches up to pull a tearaway, clear that vision after making the pass.
Jeremy McGrath does not want to get... Oh, and Henry is down! As we told you, anything can happen. Jeremy McGrath still in 3rd place. The checker flag for Jeff Emig. What a performance from Emig. Ezra Lusk taking 2nd place. Welcome back to Orlando, Florida, the Citrus Bowl. The 32nd board is up. The goggles will be going on. The fans are standing up in front of us now. From the press box, we can see them standing and cheering. They're really into it as the board goes sideways. Any moment now, we will have the main event underway from Orlando, Florida, the Citrus Bowl. Who will get the $1,000 hole shot award? Lusk to the outside again, but Larry Ward, he runs across the line first. He's got the $1,000 with Ryan Hughes right on his tail. Rhino cuts to the inside. Rhino takes over the lead. Back and forth we go. Ezra Lusk is in a good position in 3rd as Larry Ward comes back on Rhino. Oh, they avoid a touch there in the corner. What exciting getaway. We have Mike LaRocco in 4th. Rhino really going out. It'll be interesting to see if he can maintain this energy level throughout the race after coming back off the injured list.
Oh, we saw Brian Swink go down that triple jump a little further back, and he's down. I tell you what, talking about Rhino, what an aggressive first lap. I was not expecting that from him, but then again, if someone's going to attack, it's going to be a guy named Rhino.
Mac.
There's a look at Swink.
He's in 8th place.
Here's a look at Brian Swink. He's on the inside of the turn after the triple and before the whoops, and he just was getting things going, riding so well lately, and he's definitely hurt.
Number 1, Jeremy McGrath to the inside. LaRocco, though, is not giving up. He's had some good racing in the last few races.
They're just behind Emig. That's the look they get. Now they're able to go for the triple. Emig goes to the inside. He points the front wheel at Lusk, let him know he's there, and Ward really starting to put the pressure on Hughes now. Ward and Rhino. Great chance to pick up a win here. It'd be Rhino's first 250 win.
Watch him in this corner. Hughes went outside last time, and Ward went inside. Right there, he got
him. Almost touched the back rubber as Larry Ward looks back. Great call, Davey.
I saw that on the last lap. I knew it was going to happen. Let's see if Rhino tries the same move that he passed in the first place.
Larry Ward is our new leader. He has not led for quite some time.
Well, ever since '82, it's been looking pretty good for Honda, and all good things come to an end, and by losing Jeremy, that's definitely changed the figures, and the battle behind these guys between Jeremy, Emig, and LaRocco is really getting heated up.
Boy, Ward has got to like that. Ezra Lusk, who's got the speed, cuts inside Rhino.
I can't believe Rhino did that 2 times in a row. He knows better than that. And now he's going to lose a spot to Emig.
Somebody went over the hay bales and is under the hay bales in the corner.
Now Jeremy has gotten around. Oh, I thought he got around. I got him mixed up. Jeremy's got a good look at Jeff Emig. LaRocco has made the move.
A 4-second lead for Larry Ward on Ezra Lusk. Here comes LaRocco. Oh, what a battle this is going to be. All kinds of laps. 15 to go. Let's get out of Marty Reed.
Well, just a quick ad on Ryan Hughes. We talked to him right before the race. He says, I really feel good, but I know I don't have 100% stamina. I just haven't had enough time to work out.
Jeremy McGrath, Marty, sorry to interrupt, is in a bar-to-bar battle with Jeff Emig.
Oh, my God. Jeremy just turned on a dime and left a nickel change right there. He went into that corner. I don't know how he made that rut. Now he's going to get by Ryan, it looks like. Got the inside.
Rhino's game's just falling apart here, but you know, for 3 laps he rode really well. And there goes McGrath right now.
McGrath looking back to Ryan Hughes as he shifts. makes the move into the corner. Mike LaRocco, who's always done well and finished hard, is in front of Jeremy McGrath.
The important thing now is there it is. Emig has got to get around Rhino. He did it. Rhino made that a little bit easier. I think that it's just Rhino using his head, letting his teammate stay in contact with McGrath, because that's the battle for the series lead. There it is. Boy, that's close. Larry Ward, he must have eyes in the back of his head to know he had just enough room to take the outside right there. We saw Hughes lose his spot by going wide.
Here comes Ezra Lusk, showing him a wheel.
I have a feeling that the only way he's going to get around Larry Ward, who can continue to turn these laps to the end, is going to be a physical pass.
And the next pack, LaRocco and Jeremy only 1 second behind. 3 seconds behind, Ezra Lusk takes over the lead.
David, you hit it on the money right there. The first time he touched him is the first time he passed him.
Fighting through the lappers right now, Ezra Lusk, Larry Ward, Mike LaRocco, but right on the back rubber is Jeremy McGrath. Here comes Jeremy! Oh my goodness! Mike LaRocco's not going to give it up easy. McGrath to the inside. LaRocco gets the momentum. Bar to bar we go! Unbelievable racing from Orlando, Florida.
Once again, McGrath turning on a dime on that inside, and I'm surprised that LaRocco was unable to do that triple, unless perhaps he just wanted to let his teammate get around and put some points on Emig. After all, the title is on the line. There aren't very many races to go.
Ward faded outside. There's McGrath. Pow!
Unbelievable. McGrath now with only one man in front of him.
LaRocco trying to get in there and just move Larry Ward out of the way, and it cost him. Now Emig gets by. So that's good for Emig in the points. He's coming to the triple. See if he's got anything for the spectators.
He's all business.
Double fist pump. I think he's probably too tired and too nervous to do anything else.
Ezra Lusk about to become the 6th different rider to win a Supercross race in this season.
It's a great feeling, your first one, and it won't be the last.
Not since 1993 have there been 5 different winners in a season. Twice we've had 6 winners in the 90s beside this time. Ezra Lusk, the checkered flag, and his very first 250 victory. From the Transworld Dome in St. Louis, it's round number 11 of the AMA 4 Parts Unlimited Supercross Series. Hello everyone, Art Ekman, along with David Bailey, Marty Reed, getting ready right to the action now. Jeremy McGrath getting ready. This is one Jeremy wants desperately. This is one that can spring him back into the tight race. The board is sideways. Let's see who gets the $1,000 1-800-PRO Race Whole Shot Award. They're off and running. McGrath and Emig right together. McGrath gets the $1,000. He stays in front of Emig. McGrath, Emig, Bradshaw, Larry Ward, Mike LaRocco in that order. Here comes Emig. Look out, Jeremy. Jeremy taking the inside.
Unbelievable. Look at this.
Oh, what a battle, David Bailey. Emig hopping into first place.
Emig takes a gamble, times those jumps a little different. It worked out better in the end, and a good start for LaRocco. Pretty good start, better than usual. Jeremy tries to slam the door. Emig almost lands on the hay bale, hangs onto the lead.
Emig, McGrath, Ward, and Albertine has moved into 4th place now, with Buddy Antonez in 5th. There's Jeremy Albrecht, Emig's mechanic. Very tense as he looks out there and sees his rider in first place. What a great jump by this young man, number 3, Jeff Emig. Here comes Jeremy once again.
Right now, whatever pain he does have, he doesn't care about.
Oh, Jeremy McGrath with the black pass. What a great battle. Here comes Larry Ward in 3rd. Jeremy to the inside. Shuts the door on Emig. Jeremy McGrath looking to gain 3 points at least on Jeff Emig if he can hold on to this lead in that points race. That would take it down to a 6-point Emig lead going to the next round. Larry Ward is finding some pressure from Albertine from behind. Number 6 is Ward. Number 8 is Albertine. He touches the rear wheel. Ward looking back to see who's there. Ward moving into 3rd in the points last week due to consistent single-digit finishes.
In front of these guys, McGrath is just riding flawless, pulling away about a second a lap. He's already gone out of the picture around the first corner. These guys can't even see him from most of their vantage points on the track.
That looks like it's the real battle right now of the race.
Watch Lusk to the inside.
Lusk coming to the inside. They're whipping these laps off.
That wasn't smart that time for Button to go wide. I know that line is fast. It's been working, but not when you got somebody on your tail like that. He should have known that Lusk was there. Maybe he doesn't want to have to deal with Lusk right now, and he can drop that spot and hopefully get a second win, learn a little bit, and make a strong push at the end.
12 laps to go in this main event from St. Louis, Missouri. Jeremy McGrath is well out in front of Larry Ward. McGrath looking for his very first win here in St. Louis. This is only the second race here in St. Louis for the Supercross action. Last year, Jeff Emig, of course, upsetting Jeremy McGrath for McGrath's only loss. Emig now finds himself in third behind Larry Ward. Here's the battle. Ezra Lusk taking to the inside on number 8.
So Lusk is riding with bruised ribs, having a tough time to breathe. Getting through here, putting together a pretty nice race. He's going to move up a little bit in the points chase. You can see Albertine, his feet coming off. As soon as your bike sinks down to that rut, the foot pegs get close to the ground. Albertine is down.
Good shot of our camera work right there as Albertine in good position to gain more points goes down here in St. Louis.
Emig has worked his way back around Larry Ward. They're about 8 seconds behind Jeremy now.
Oh, there's a battle going on, and Emig, I think, was pacing himself physically and decided now's the time to move up a notch.
Well, now if anything does happen to Jeremy, Emig is within striking distance, but I don't think he's close enough to keep any kind of pressure on Jeremy. Jeremy can run those 53s all night long. As long as he's got this lead over him, I don't think he'd be too concerned.
Well, in 6 laps, if it stays like this, Jeremy McGrath has his 45th career Supercross victory. It would be his second of the season, and it would narrow that points lead down to 4 points, or maybe less.
It's getting tight. It's no fun being in a points battle like this unless you're the guy in the lead when it's all over with. Definitely going to cut it down. Emig did a good job last week by getting around a couple of riders in the closing stages and working his way back up into second here. It's only going to lose 2 points.
Jeremy McGrath, his second win of the year. From a sold-out Pontiac Silverdome, it's round 12 of the AMA Thor Parts Unlimited Supercross Series. Okay, who will get to that 1-800-PRO race? Whole shot line first. It's worth $1,000. But of course, with a title on the line, Jeremy McGrath and Jeff Emig are thinking much beyond that. Okay, they're revving up starts. Let's check out Jeremy McGrath's start. Buddy Anton is right next to him. Emig, McGrath, you can't get a better start with the 2 contenders. Emig had the angle on the turn. Windham is up there, but taking the lead. Back and forth we go with Ezra Lusk. Windham, Jeremy McGrath cuts inside, puts a little touch on Emig. Oh my goodness, Jeremy McGrath goes right to the start. Out of that whoop section, getting by Lusk.
Jeremy seems to be charging as hard as he can, and Lusk is still just inching up ever so slightly, and he's dragging this pack with him of Bradshaw, Windham, and Larry Ward. Windham over the triple, changing lines, trying to go to the inside on Bradshaw in this corner. Not necessarily faster, but why follow the guy? Not only to get roosted, but if he falls, you run right into him.
Bradshaw is the next target for Windham. He's only 2 bike lengths behind, as you see there. Number 10, Damon Bradshaw, Manchester Honda. And what a delight for the Yamaha fans with their 125 West Coast rider Windham putting in such a strong performance before he tries to wrap up the 125 Western title.
Bradshaw putting in a great ride.
Oh, Bradshaw having trouble in the rut.
Got into that corner a little too hot. Hit that berm square instead of rolling into it. And the bike just wouldn't turn that sharp. But he did a good job to stay on the racetrack right there. He could have easily gone off right there by that hay bale. Jeremy just riding perfect. The way he got through that corner right there, just if he could have taken a picture, freeze frame, anywhere through that corner, he was in the perfect position, on the gas, perfect line, and still Lusk is there.
Here's our leader, McGrath. Lusk is behind him, picking up some time now.
That's
3.5 seconds, yes.
Making it through the whoops right there. Jeremy gets caught up in a few of those, and he starts bouncing up and down where Lusk is planing forward.
This is our battle for third with Wyndham and Bradshaw.
The section right here coming the other way. Lusk just went out of the picture. Lusk has been getting through there fast as well. There's a main line developing down the middle of that with a rut in it. Lusk is riding through there like it's flat.
Emig has moved into 6th position right now. 4.5 second lead for our leader, Jeremy McGrath and Ezra Lusk, as we take a look at the battle behind with Jeff Emig trying to hold on to his points lead. Right now, if he stays in this position, we will have a new points leader going into Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Emig right now, to me, just looks a little bit like Ferry did in the 125. Like he's just not riding up to his potential. It's hard to say why. If it's just not comfortable out here on this racetrack, or if his arms are pumping up a little bit, or if nerves are just too much. But when anybody's got this kind of pressure on me, I'm nervous. Albertine is right there. Now Ryan has caught this battle because Emig looks like in some spots holding up Albertine just a little bit.
Here comes Larry Ward. Larry Ward getting by Wyndham.
McGrath
is down. McGrath is down, and he's under the bike. Lusk takes the lead. Ezra Lusk in the lead. You can hear his fans really splitting. They're standing up. McGrath cuts in front of Larry Ward, but still can't get his bike started. Let's check this out. Ward, can he pass him? Both Wyndham and Ward are by Jeremy McGrath, and McGrath's bike is in bad shape.
And there goes Bradshaw. He went by just to the left of your screen. Let's take another look at what happened. He jumps the triple. Now there's another little triple here. That's a technical section. Looks like everything's good there, but front end, Card's in there. He turns it a little too quick, and that soft stuff goes down, and he couldn't get up from that position. And it took him a few kicks to get the bike started, and that takes so much energy out of you at this point in the race. Believe me, he is tired.
Lusk, Wyndham, Ward, Bradshaw, and McGrath in the top 5. Oh my goodness, how quickly things change. And that corner has been a nemesis to many riders all night tonight.
Certainly has.
White flag lap for Ezra Lusk.
One lap to go. Jeremy could possibly get around Bradshaw, but now you see Lusk wheeling down that start chute. He's got to be feeling great, and what caused that was him keeping the pressure on McGrath. If he'd have slipped back and settled for second, let McGrath have a much bigger lead than that, Jeremy, he may not have been trying that hard, but it was obvious he went into that corner, had to jump over those triples, and it cost him big.
Lusk, Wyndham in second. This could be his best 250 finish, number 7. And Ward in third, equaling his best performance of the year. Bradshaw after Ward, and then Jeremy.
Well, it certainly looks good at the moment for Yamaha right now, running 1-2, and which brings me to the point of Doug Henry, a real title contender, and boy, we shouldn't miss him out here.
Ezra Lusk taking it easy. He's looking for 2 wins in his last 3 races. On the podium for the last 4 straight. His 5th podium of the year. He went into this race wanting to be a spoiler. The flashbulbs are popping for this young man. Ezra Lusk, what a wonderful ride. The checkers for Ezra. His 2nd win of the season, his 2nd career victory. Jeremy McGrath trying to fly by Bradshaw. Jeremy McGrath. Bradshaw goes down. That'll add a couple of more points and tighten up the points race.
Well, Bradshaw cased it terribly off that triple jump, coming into the corner trying to hold off Jeremy. Went into that corner with no control at all. Jeremy squared him off, and Bradshaw went down.
Kevin Wyndham, a 2-time Western Supercross king, but the outdoor title still eludes him. Tim Ferry, the 2nd rider in history to win a Supercross championship without winning a race. Scott Sheik, Honda's ace in a hole. Can the first-time factory rider bring Honda back to the limelight? Steve Lamson, the 2-time defending champion, continues to struggle. Ricky Carmichael, can the rookie freight train be derailed? The 125 Nationals begins in earnest. Welcome to round 2 of the AMA Motocross National Outdoor Series. 125's getting ready at the gate right now. All kinds of nerves. We've got riders coming back from injury like Motovision, who was out 3 months with a broken femur. A very cool Ricky Carmichael.
Yeah, he doesn't ever seem nervous. A lot like Jeremy. There's some ice for Steve Lamson's hand, so it's hard to tell if he's going to be 100% or not. We'll find out soon enough.
His first race coming back off the injured list, and Kevin Windham expected to challenge for the 125 title this year.
It's going to be tough for Lamson, the second straight year coming off injury, but these new young guns, Carmichael and Windham, want that title bad.
Back on March 2nd, the first round, Ricky Carmichael won the overall as we take a look at the Suzuki Series point standings, and let's take a look at the track map.
Layout's the same as it was last year, but today it's the opposite direction.
Problems already.
Made some weird noise and just lost all its power. I don't know, I think it might be season.
So you're going to get your backup bike?
If there is one, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Go, Lammy!
The frustration of having to be at the gate without a bike, not knowing if it's coming from the pits, David Bailey.
That messes with your concentration, that's for sure. I couldn't get my 500 started one year, and DeCoster was over there, the pro at starting a 500. They didn't bring my bike to the line until the last minute.
Art Ekman and David Bailey bringing you the play-by-play of the first moto of the 125s. We've got Marty Reed in the pits. Marty's going to be busy. Here comes Ali Seymour, the mechanic, with the bike. Oh, what a feeling this must be for Kevin Windham to get that bike in time.
Oh, what a guy like to have riding it through the pits like that, like Seymour. Everyone's getting out of his way.
He was a pretty good rider in his day, wasn't he?
He was. He knows how to get through the pits in a hurry. I think they let him slide on this one, riding through there quickly without a helmet.
30-second board is up. When that goes sideways, the riders will start revving it up. 5 to 10 seconds before the gate will drop now for moto number 1 of the 125s from Hangtown. They're off. And a great start by McCarmichael, but look at there, Kevin Windham. More problems with the bike, and it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. It looks great for Carmichael.
Carmichael, Craig, Lamson, Robbie Raynard, and Sheik. We've got a lot of Hondas behind that Kawasaki. More problems for Windham. Let's go down to Marty Reed to check in with him.
Kevin, what happened? Coming off the outlap, I don't know, it just made some weird noise and lost all its power. Some sort of seize or something that couldn't get it fixed.
So nobody knows right now. You just have to go back and try and get ready for second moto?
I don't know what happened to it. They haven't told me anything.
Kevin Windham looking very dejected, and, well, he quite possibly could see the championship going right down the drain here, David.
Absolutely. It's going to be tough to make that up, especially with the way Carmichael's been riding. He doesn't even want to watch this race.
Look at here, number 70, Ricky Carmichael, Pro Circuit. He's really starting to cut out a lead for himself right here in the first moto.
That's his strength. If he gets the lead, he goes for it. He's aggressive all the time, and you hear people say, well, if he just use his head a little bit more and be smart, but that's not what makes him so fast. Right now he's going for it, trying not to let these guys see any of his lines.
Good battle for second place. Craig in second, number 15. That's Lammy in third, and Raynard is right on his tail.
Raynard can stay in contact with these guys and get through the first 4 or 5 laps of this race without arm pump, which we've seen happen to him before, especially in the indoors, then I think he'll be okay because he's strong, he's definitely in shape.
Well, Robbie Raynard already with one big accomplishment. He finished a full Supercross season so far anyway, without injury. Oh, look at the battle now for third. Number 24 in the Primal Honda, Robbie Raynard giving chase to Steve Lamson. Bar-to-bar action now between the two Hondas.
Lots of lines out here too. Look at all the berms in this corner. You can go inside, outside, and stay pretty dead even.
Our battle for third here for the 125 moto number 1. Art Ekman, David Bailey, and Marty Reed bringing you the action. Number 24, Robbie Raynard to the outside. And it's Raynard getting the edge. Oh, they have to brake very rapidly coming down that hill, David.
Yeah, it's a lot steeper than it looks like on camera. Coming down there and trying to get stopped. The braking bumps coming into that corner are going to get choppy. Here's another look. Raynard comes out of the corner up top. Nice. You see him working that bike a lot. Using a lot of body English. It's a sign of confidence and actually being a little bit relaxed, able to put that bike where you want it. It's working right now for Raynard.
What's that got to do for Steve Lamson coming back from injury?
Well, it's not helping him at all. And now he's got his teammate Sheik starting to creep into the picture, and that'll be interesting to see what happens there. If he gets around, I think that'll probably take all the wind out of Steve's sails.
Craig would just as soon forget his 250 Supercross season as Robbie Raynard shows him another wheel. This time he's not going to give up. Robbie Raynard moves into second place. Oh, he's very fast, but Our leader, Ricky Carmichael, is picking up a half second to a second per lap out in front.
That's another look at the pass. Reynolds that's been pushing Craig may have forced Craig to go into that corner a little hard, take the outside line, and like I said earlier, he's working that bike side to side, putting it where he wants, found that inside groove, able to make a good clean pass. Coming through one of those fast sections there, it's a little bit one line. It's important though to stay as close as possible, so when there is some more place to pass, you're close enough to do it.
Lammy with a little bobble on the turn, and Scott Sheik moves into third place. Robbie Reynard has got quite a lead on them for second, and then Ricky Carmichael way out in front.
Well, Sheik gets a nice drive coming out of that right-hander over this jump. Kind of surprised. Didn't look like he had that much of a distance over Lamson to get into that inside rut. He could have clipped his front wheel right there, but they both got through there safe. Lamson just backed off a little bit and let him have the line.
It was this type of playground that Scott Sheik opened the eyes of the team Honda, that's for sure. Nice to have that factory support right now. His mechanic is Bobby Weindorf. Let's listen to the 125. Michael Craig makes the move. And Lamson moves back one more spot. He must feel like a pincushion about now.
Well, I think that might be over now. Like I said, back behind him, it's going to be quite a while before anybody else can catch up unless he fades worse. But this can't feel too good for a guy with a #1 plate on his bike looking for another title to keep dropping positions.
A very encouraging ride for number 15, Michael Craig.
He's been riding good, doing better and better. Although he's had some problems this year indoors, missed some races, he sure bounced back and had a good finish in Dallas, and looking good today so far.
Welcome back to Hangtown as we take a look at number 27, Mikel Pichon, and it's a very good first moto back from injury for Mikel, who broke a femur trying to qualify for the opening Supercross in Los Angeles. Oh, remember that was a gruesome crash. He missed the entire Supercross season, except for, we hope he'll be at the final race at Las Vegas now, but I'm really surprised to see him back so soon. He was out 3 months, but a broken femur.
Well, to us, it does seem awfully quick, but for him, I can tell you, it must have seemed like forever. And it's a great line right there, cutting all the way across, missing all those holes.
Let's take a look back to the Los Angeles Coliseum in early January. Oh, Pichon goes head over heels. Mikel Pichon, fighting for third, is down.
Oh, that's terrible. You saw his leg get crunched right there between the jump and the motorcycle. He got a little out of shape right there, and he just couldn't straighten it out. There was too many obstacles coming.
I'm feeling good. I've been working pretty hard the last 3 weeks. I've been home for 2 months during January, February, and March, and trying to get in shape. And actually, I'm pretty happy because I can ride almost as good as before. I have the good speed. Now I'm going to see this afternoon how it's going to feel for 30 minutes moto. I didn't ride at all Supercross, so I'm gonna focus on the 125 outdoor. I missed the first round, but there's 12 to go, so maybe, hopefully, if I can get a good result, I'd like to get top 5 and top 3 in the championship.
A reasonable approach for the young man who seems to be losing his French accent the longer he stays in the United States.
Well, that's a good goal to have. I mean, it's very realistic to see him finishing in the top 3, especially in the top 5. The outdoors, where he picks lines, is good at choosing lines, is his strength, but actual strength was his weakness. It has been in the past. We'll see if that changes a little bit this year. The leg injury may help him. He may have physical training become more of a part of his routine now.
Casey Johnson, number 32, is putting the clamps on him, though. Mikel Pichon trying to hold on to 6th place right here. Casey Johnson himself having a femur problem earlier in his career.
Yeah, the round 2 at LA, Pichon showed up in a chair. He was in a wheelchair with a cast on his leg, and
oh, there he goes. Casey Johnson into 6th.
Yeah, Casey came over and was talking to him. He goes, yeah, is it hurting? Is it this? Is it that? Here's another look. Casey diving into that inside berm, able to make that thing stick to the inside and still carry the same amount of speed. A great pass, but Casey had broke a femur himself, and let him know that, oh yeah, it's going to hurt for a little while, and then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and you'll be fine.
They're taking on Steve Lamson. Lamson kind of getting out of the way now as Casey Johnson moves up to 5th place. Lamson back to 6th. Now he's got Mikel Pichon in 7th to contend with.
Yeah, I thought with the lead that Lamson had over these guys that he'd be off the hook, but they reeled him in pretty quick, and his problems aren't over because Bichon is definitely faster at the moment.
It says something for the speed of Casey Johnson in recovering from a semi-poor start. And, of course, the endurance factor now with Mikel Bichon coming back on the scene. Here comes Bichon over that finish line jump, cutting to the inside on Lamy. Little anticlimactic, really, as the checkered flag goes up. Robbie Raynard a lonely second place. Scott Sheik nailing down third. Can anyone catch Ricky Carmichael? He got the whole shot in the first moto. Let's check it out here in the first turn. It's Michael Craig, number 15, with a whole shot. Oh, and Berry gets tied up in that first corner. Brock Sellards, number 80 as well.
Look how clean Craig is.
Ricky Carmichael is looking for his third consecutive moto victory on this young season. But can he get around Michael Craig? Craig with a good strong finish in moto number 1. Here comes number 70. Goodbye. Oh my goodness.
That was unbelievable. That's a tough section. That's where Jeff Stanton went down a few years back.
Michael Craig coming out of the European Supercross season in the best shape of his life, winning the final 2 races in Geneva. Here comes Kevin Windham, though, to make the pass. As I was going to say, though, Craig having all kinds of injury problems. Broken hand at Gatorback in the first round, and then he broke an angel wing at the Houston Astrodome.
Got a look at Windham moving by on the inside. Just charges up into that hill a little harder. Goes for the inside. He has to climb over that little inside bump, though, before he drops down the hill, but didn't matter. He controlled the corner, and Sheik has got to be the guy on the move.
Oh, the challenge isn't over with for Michael Craig. Sheik easily to the inside. Here's a battle for second place. Scotty Sheik, Team Honda, taking on Kevin Windham. I didn't expect this. Oh, look at that. Sheik almost lost it fishtailing right around the mechanics area, but he comes right back.
Wow.
Scotty Sheik with a great move to the outside. His third consecutive moto victory. Ricky Carmichael.
You're not going to be just saying, oh, okay, there we go. Sideways is the board. Here come the big board, Mike.
We're ready to go for moto number 1, and they're off. There's Jeremy in the middle, but Jeremy doesn't have the greatest start. It's Jeff Emig, the whole shot.
Jeff just got a great jump out of there, and he's got Doug Henry on that 4-stroke right behind him. And look at the lead Emig's got already.
Number 6, Honda Troy's Larry Ward, and the Arena Cross champion, number 19, Buddy Anthonez, are behind Doug Henry. McGrath was 9th out of the first turn. Here comes Albertine, number 8, Team Suzuki.
Still trying different lines. Gets around him on the outside. There wasn't a lot of room there, but he made it work.
Yeah, that was a good close call. Albertine now moving into 4th, with Dowd taking a little bobble there, getting caught in the rut. Anthonez still holding on. Oh, there goes Esmeralda. Did you see the flag guy get out of the way? We were mentioning that Hughes had fast practice times. He was a 2:01. Henry, a 2:02, was right there with the other 2 strokes, the other fast ones. Inside move, Larry Ward, a little bar bang in there. Boy, these 250s are starting to run up the track.
All those berms are getting deeper and deeper, and where there was a hole, that hole's worse.
Look at Henry, almost left the leg behind. And Ryan Hughes moves in front, and here comes Albertine. Albertine, 2 bikes now, getting in front of Henry. Could Henry be tiring a little bit? 5 wins in Supercross this year, leading that series by 13 points going into the final round at Las Vegas. What a year this could be as Jeff Emig almost nonchalantly takes the checkered flag. Let's see who gets the whole shot. Will it be Jeff Emig once again as we're set for moto number 2 underway? Henry, the whole shot. Coming back with some vengeance, maybe. Albertine, Lawrence, Hughes, Emig, McCormick out in front. John Dowd having to restart after going down. Oh, bad break for Dowdy.
Ryan finally making that pass. Jeez, it seems like something's wrong.
He's still got the power, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of smoke. Imagine trying to breathe all that. I've been in traffic following some jerk in a car smoking like that. You want to get by as soon as you can. You don't have to breathe it anymore. And it has to mess with these guys' concentration a little bit. See all that smoke? It's pretty tough to see the line.
Hemming to the inside, so he's following his teammate Hughes. Henry, starting out in second place in the first moto, slipped all the way back to ninth. And back in the pits, admitted to some fatigue in handling the heavier machine. Here comes Albertine. Albertine, our leader now.
That's a great pass. He's been making passes in that same section all day.
Jeremy McGrath looks to the outside, then it becomes the inside. McGrath makes the pass on Ezra Luff. Jeff Hemming moving into second place. I'm not sure that he'll be able to catch Albertine, though, unless he really goes over the edge. And will he do that, risking injury, when he's in line for the Supercross title?
Well, if we keep reminding him, he just may not. But we heard his interview, and he says he wants to do everything he's got to do to win this race. And the way he caught up and passed Henry and the way he's charging right now, it doesn't look like he's holding back at all. He wants to win this.
The next motocross, Glen Helen. The checkers and the overall victory for Greg Albertine. So here in Moto 2, Henry holds on to a third, McGrath holds on to fourth. Mike Kudrowski, a fine sixth place finish, and seventh for Larry Ward will give him probably third overall once we check the official stats. Let's go to Marty.
Well, Los Angeles may have been the most overdue Supercross win in Greg Albertine's career, but I got to tell you, I think this may have been your most impressive win. What do you think?
Well, it sure felt great out there. Second moto really was easy. I pulled a good lead in the beginning and, just riding smooth, picking some good lines, and I saw Jeff and Doug Wynn closing on me, so it was actually a really easy race.
By my count, it was like 18 seconds at the end.
Yeah, that's about right. I was just checking the pit board that Ian was giving me, and, just an easy race out there, man.
They both score the same number of points. Albertine will get the overall because of the better second moto. And Larry Ward puts Honda of Troy on the podium. Let's go back to Marty.
Second overall, still scores a lot of points, and there's always next week.
Yeah, I'm real happy for Kawasaki and Bridgestone because they do build me great bikes, and the bike was really good today. I just that second moto, I just didn't really charge like I could have. I kind of played it safe. I knew that Greg was on fire and he was riding great in the first moto, and so I knew once he got out there, that I either had to decide, okay, we're going to go wide open, or we're just going to back it down and take the second, and I. It's obvious what I chose.
We'll see you next week.
You bet.
What's this girl said? Take a ride into this century and use your eyes for red social supplies. Get life and get it moving, make some history. Don't stay struck down, cast your mind to the clouds. 'Cause it's a roller coaster ride into expression where your dreams collide in the purple soul skies. Spread the ticket, make some moves towards insanity. Enjoy the view, 'cause your life's up to you, and you know how to make it. You never really need to fake it. Always knowing where there's a place for it. I can't see where you need to be, and if you run all night, you could be there soon. Don't need the direction, it's up to you. Take some perseverance by your side. You'll be high above the you. Just walk on by. Keep yourself in the sky, guys. You know how to make it. You never really need to fake it. Always knowing where there's a place for it. Yeah, I can see where you need to be. And if you run all night, you could be there soon. Don't need the direction, it's up to you. Keep some perseverance by your side. You'll be high above the world tonight. High above the world tonight. High above the world tonight.
Every round of the 97 USA Supercross Championship. 100 minutes of action per round, and it's available from Motovision. Multi-Air, the choice of HRC Honda Team RWJ. Multi-Air helped Jockey Carlson battle through the dust of Portugal to win. Multi-Air filters. Talon Voland. Stefan Everts. Bob Moore. Paul Malin. And Ryan Hughes all wear City boots.
Henry to the inside, gets by Larry Ward cleanly. Henry looks strong. Doug Henry wins. And here comes Doug Henry. What's going to happen to the whoops? Here comes Henry. Henry passes McGrath. By the bar, Doug Henry. The checkered flag for Doug Henry. He becomes the first two-time winner of the 1997 season.
The Graphics Factory bring you decals and seat covers from around the world. Seat, N-Style, FMF, Answer, Technocell, MXA, Works and Rags, as well as team decals from Honda of Troy, JHK Kawasaki, Chesterfield Yamaha, Team Suzuki USA and Team Kawasaki USA, plus many more from around the world. The Graphics Factory, stick with us.